Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Sasuser MC 3075. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, can spider silk be used for clothing, and how does it differ from silkworm silk? If you've ever walked through a garden on a dewy morning and noticed a spider web sparkling in the sunlight, you've probably wondered how something so delicate could be so strong. You may have even heard that spider silk is stronger than steel, which naturally leads to a bigger question. If spider silk is so amazing, why aren't our shirts, jackets, or hiking gear made from it? And how does it compare to the silk that's been used for clothing for thousands of years? Stick around as we uncover the fascinating science and history behind spider silk and silkworm silk, right here on History of Simple Things. Humans have been making fabric from silkworm silk for at least 5,000 years. According to Chinese tradition, silk production was discovered around 2700 BCE when a silkworm cocoon supposedly fell into a cup of hot tea, allowing its fine thread to unwind. While the legend can't be confirmed, archaeological evidence shows that silk weaving was already well established in ancient China thousands of years ago. For centuries, the methods of raising silkworms and producing silk were carefully guarded secrets, helping China dominate the silk trade along what later became known as the Silk Road. Spider silk, however, followed a very different path. People admired spiderwebs for centuries, but no one found a practical way to harvest enough silk for textiles. Small items such as gloves and even a few ceremonial garments were occasionally woven from collected spider silk, but gathering enough material required enormous effort. As a result, spider silk remained more of a scientific curiosity than a commercial fabric. Spider silk isn't just one material. Most spiders produce several different kinds of silk, each designed for a specific purpose. Some silk forms the strong frame of a web, some create sticky spirals to catch insects, while other silk is used to wrap prey or protect eggs. The dragline silk, which spiders use as a safety line and the main support of their webs, is especially impressive. It combines high tensile strength with remarkable elasticity. Instead of snapping under sudden force, it stretches and absorbs energy before breaking. This combination of strength and flexibility makes spider silk one of nature's toughest fibers by weight. It's important to clarify one common myth. People often say spider silk is stronger than steel. In reality, that comparison refers to fibers of the same weight or diameter. Steel is still much stronger as a thick structural beam, but spider silk achieves extraordinary performance while remaining incredibly lightweight. Silkworm silk comes from the cocoon spun by the domesticated silkworm Bombyx mori. Unlike spiders, silkworms produce one long, continuous strand that can reach nearly a kilometer or over half a mile in length. Manufacturers simply soften the cocoon in hot water and carefully unwind the thread. This silk is smooth, shiny, lightweight, and comfortable against the skin. It also accepts dyes well and drapes beautifully, making it ideal for clothing, scarves, ties, and luxury fabrics. Spider silk, on the other hand, is generally tougher but much harder to collect. Individual strands are finer, and spiders produce far less silk than silkworms. Most importantly, spiders are territorial and often cannibalistic. Put hundreds of them together in a single enclosure, and many will attack each other instead of peacefully producing silk. That makes large-scale spider farming extremely impractical. Can spider silk actually be used for clothing? The short answer is yes, but not in the way you might expect. Scientists have successfully woven small pieces of fabric from genuine spider silk. One of the most famous examples is a golden cape displayed in museums that required silk, collected from well over 1 million golden orb weaver spiders over several years. While the result was beautiful, the process was so labor-intensive that it could never compete with ordinary textile production. Instead of farming spiders, researchers have been looking for smarter solutions. Using genetic engineering, scientists have inserted spider silk genes into bacteria, yeast, plants, and even goats, allowing these organisms to produce spider silk proteins. The proteins can then be processed into fibers that closely resemble natural spider silk. Although this technology has made significant progress, producing artificial spider silk consistently and economically remains challenging. Manufacturing costs are still much higher than conventional textiles, so spider silk clothing is not yet widely available in stores. Interestingly, everyday clothing may not be the best use for spider silk. Researchers are more interested in applications where its unique properties truly matter. Because spider silk is lightweight, strong, flexible, and biodegradable, it has potential for medical sutures, artificial ligaments, wound dressings, and tissue engineering. Engineers are also exploring its use in protective equipment, lightweight composites, parachutes, and even aerospace materials where reducing weight is extremely valuable. In many of these situations, replacing heavier synthetic fibers with spider silk-inspired materials could provide significant advantages without needing enormous amounts of fabric. Spider silk and silkworm silk are both extraordinary examples of nature's engineering, but they were designed for completely different purposes. Silkworm silk evolved to protect a cocoon during metamorphosis, while spider silk evolved to catch prey, support webs, and help spiders survive in demanding environments. For clothing, silkworm silk remains the practical champion because it can be produced efficiently and woven into beautiful, comfortable fabrics. Spider silk offers incredible performance, but its production challenges have kept it mostly inside research laboratories rather than fashion stores. Even so, scientists continue to study spider silk with great enthusiasm. Every breakthrough brings us a little closer to materials that combine nature's brilliance with modern manufacturing. One day, jackets, sportswear, or even medical clothing inspired by spider silk may become part of everyday life. Until then, the humble silkworm still wears the crown as the world's most useful natural silk producer. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.